Well, I'm ready to delete my oil cooler. So the first thing I did was remove this hose connection from the side of the block. It did not come out without a fight. It was practically seized in there. Luckily, it's made out of soft metal, so it's what got destroyed instead of the block. I then ordered and installed the genuine seal plug and a seal ring. This is for cars that either don't have the oil cooler or have the oil to air cooler, which was popular in Europe. I did apply some anti-seize on these threads just in case I ever want to take it off. And I had this later M104 pump that had the sealing cover for engines that don't have the oil cooler. So I've salvaged that and installed that cover on my 104.980 water pump. So now that the coolant lines are blocked off, let's see if the replacement oil filter housing for non-oil cooled engines actually fits. This is from the later 104s. It's not specifically from this version engine. And the way you can tell, other than the part number, is the mounting tabs up the top. Particularly the one that faces the front of the engine is for the EGR pipe to mount on those countries unfortunate enough to require it on the later plastic manifold 104s. And it's a perfect fit. All of the holes line up. I'm not really surprised, it is a 104 after all. And that's the tab that I was talking about. And just to be sure, I have two of these oil filter housings just in case my other 124 ever needs one. I've got one spare. So this is a comparison with the enormous original oil filter housing that has the incorporated water and oil heat exchanger. One thing I didn't realize at the time of ordering this is I'm going to get new bolts as well, because the bolts for the oil cooler version are obviously longer. Just a quick comparison with this new one versus the old style as mounted on the car. It looks like that tab should clear the intake manifold. I'm not 100% sure till the time comes when it's assembled, but if not, it looks easy enough to cut off anyway, and that's what I'll do if required. Just bearing in mind, this modification isn't for everyone. In Australia, we live in a nanny state, we have low speed limits, and I will not be driving this car like a race car. And if anyone was wondering, yes, it does come with an oil filter.